Okay, time for a pop quiz. What kind of animal did Adonai tell the Hebrews in Egypt to take and slaughter? Was it A, a bunny, B, a cat, C, a dog, or D, hey Dad, where's my lamb?
The lamb is making atonement.
Atonement? What's that?
Atonement is a covering. Our home will be covered by the blood of the lamb, and we will be safe tonight.
What does this ceremony mean?
I'm so glad you asked. This is the sacrifice of Adonai's Passover, because he passed over our houses, the houses of Bnei Yisrael in Egypt, when he struck down the Egyptians, but spared our households.
Explain, please.
First, blood separates. Then, blood cleans. Third, blood is a sign of being in covenant with Adonai. And finally, staying inside the home with blood as a cover represents staying in or abiding in Yeshua, the Lamb of God. Blood separates. Exodus 12:22. You are to take the bundle of hyssop, dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and apply it to the crossbeam and 2 doorposts with the blood from the basin. None of you may go out of his house until morning. Staying in our homes means don't mix with the Egyptians. They worship pagan idols and false gods. Their practices are disgusting to God. Be separate from them, especially at this time. There is a time for everything, a time to spread out, to be salt and light, and a time to separate from the wicked. Blood is for cleaning. Remember, the Kohen sprinkles a person with leprosy with the blood of a bird dipped in hyssop to make him clean. Leviticus 14:4-7. If we walk in the light, as Yeshua is in the light, then we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Yeshua cleans and purifies us from all sin. 1 John 1:7. Blood is for covenant. Exodus 24:8. Moses takes the blood of the sacrifice and sprinkles it on the people, saying, Behold the blood of the covenant, which Adonai has cut with you. And Yeshua said, This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many, in Mark 14:24. Yeshua is talking about the glass of wine, which he says symbolically represents his blood. He is about to die. Yeshua is the Lamb of God. John 1:29 says, Behold, the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. And Hebrews 12:24 says, Yeshua, the mediator of a new covenant, and to the sprinkled blood that speaks of something better than the blood of Abel. And finally, Leviticus 17:11 says that for the life of the creature is in the blood, and I, Adonai, have given it to you on the altar to make atonement for your lives. For it is the blood that makes atonement because of the life. Yeshua says to abide in him. In Egypt, we are told to stay inside our homes under the blood of the Lamb. Now, Yeshua tells us to stay in him. Instead of using a house to represent what he means, he uses the analogy of a vine with branches. John 15:4, I am the vine, you are the branches. The one who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. If anyone does not abide in me, he is thrown away like a branch and is dried up. Such branches are picked up and thrown into the fire and burned. And in John 15:9, Yeshua says, Abide in my love. Time for a pop quiz for you. How do we abide in Yeshua?
Separate from sin. Ask Yeshua to clean and purify you. Enter into covenant with Adonai through the blood of Yeshua, and stay with him, and do not return to a life of sin.
You got it! Shabbat Shalom!